We have 4 stand-up award winners this year, and we'll be chatting with all of them. First up is Genevievre Miller, Penn State student representative to the State College Borough Council and a recent graduate of the College of the Liberal Arts in Political Science and African Studies. She was cruising right along, heading off for a little bit of spring break before the push to graduation at the end of the semester.
I came home and I was really excited. I had a bunch of borough events that I was planning and things that have never been done before. And I was really excited. And I went through all the bureaucratic paperwork for this one moment, and then COVID happened. And I was really disappointed. I wasn't really sad that I would never see my friends again, because I don't believe that. The people that I met at Penn State, I don't think just will come to an abrupt end. Those are friendships that I'm going to keep for the rest of my life. I'm more sad that, I don't know, I couldn't finish what I started. That was kind of the hardest part for me, because I worked really hard. This is probably the best professional year I've had in my entire life. And so I was really excited about all these things that I had planned, and they just didn't happen. So I didn't do it for like the fame and the picture in front of Old Main and the throwing the hat. I did it for a much bigger reason than that.
Now, you were nominated for the Stand-Up Award by Professor Alicia Decker, with whom you had an African Studies class. How do you think that class impacted the way that you view leadership and ethical leadership?
From an critical thinking standpoint, her assignments were the hardest things I've ever had to do in my entire life. Those papers were so hard, and she was such a strict grader. Even if I would be the nicest to her that week, knowing that a paper was due, and she'd still be such a hard grader. But it made me really have to critically think about every single reading that she gave us. And through her lessons, when you just learn about all these movements that happen throughout the continent and how they just persevered and they kept going. And I think it just taught me that. It just taught me that no matter what, even when people say that things are absolutely crazy and that you should stop talking and that you should stop demanding things, no, keep doing that, keep demanding things, keep pushing, don't stop talking. So that's really what my ethical leadership is. My ethical leadership is not to really lead anyone. My goal is not to lead anyone. My goal is to encourage you to want to do that on your own. So I think that is what her class taught me.
What does today's Genevievre say to that Genevievre girl in high school who was thinking about coming to Penn State?
So when I was in high school, I didn't even have Penn State on my radar. I just knew I didn't want to stay in New Jersey. So I just basically typed in schools around me, and I found Penn State, and then I found the campus of Altoona, and I immediately fell in love, and I visited 2-3 times, and then I applied and got in. So I am a 2+2 student from Penn State Altoona, and I transferred to University Park my junior year. And initially I started college, assuming that I was going to be a doctor. And through joining a bunch of different things, I realized that that wasn't for me. And so I think I would just tell my past self to kind of stay involved. And I think that's how I did well.
And that passion was part of what got you here with the Stand-Up Award. Now, were you really fully aware of the Stand-Up Award and what it meant and how it connected to the university?
No, I had no idea. I was really just, doing a bunch of stuff, and my professor noticed.
You mentioned doing stuff. The stuff got the attention of your nominator, Professor Decker. What was it that you were doing that got her to nominate you?
So when I transferred my junior year, I met another transfer student that went to Penn State Harrisburg, and we became best friends. She's still my best friend to this day. And we both had dinner one night together, and she goes, "Hi, this crazy person came up to me in the hub and said to join UPWA, like the student government here." And I was like, "We have a student government?" And she goes, "Yeah, just fill out the application, Robert." And again, we had 10 minutes to fill out the application. So both her and we just submitted an application for an open position that they had. And eventually, I didn't actually get the position, but after that, I was like, I'm gonna run next year to be part of it. And so I did that, and I won. And then after that, we had something called internal elections, where you basically you the inner leaders get kind of elected. And so I guess that's what internal election means. And I ran for this position called borough liaison, which essentially was the student representative on the borough council. And I had absolutely no idea anything about it, just the description sounded really cool. And yeah, so I ran against this person that had so much experience in borough, and I actually beat him. And so I got elected to that the end of last year of my junior year, and I've been doing it since. And so I think that's what the stuff I was talking about. And then through borough, I worked on a lot of initiatives that I was really passionate about.
Congratulations, Genevieve. We are so glad to have named you one of our 2020 Stand Up Award winners.